The reason why I am very adamant on getting you is because yeah, I want you.
I
Uh-huh.
want you.
Yep.
So
Basically.
Brian, you'll be joining in a debate
Can
competition on Saturday. The
And
competition will be
No,
Sunday,
no.
Saturday
I
and
don't want. I
Sunday.
don't
It'll
want.
be from 10 to 7 p.m.
I don't want. I don't
Have
want.
you already written down your
I
name
don't
already?
want. I don't want.
You already paid already.
yeah, we
I
paid
don't want. Wait. Don't play.
Hey guys, please remember you can POI. You can POI. Just like unmute yourself, then say POI. Then if they accept, they accept. Okay, I want to see at least everyone ask one. If you don't know how to POI, you watch other people. I want to see Jin Yong, Jackson, and Chiwen. You guys POI first.
I'd like to invite Sean,
Yep.
the host of the day.
Yep.
Yes.
Sean, please time
Yes.
also. Thank you.
Okay. Give me some seconds. Okay. Okay, feel free to start.
Okay, hey guys, today is WSC format. Then tomorrow we'll try doing like the other practices. We'll try doing Asian biometry, but today just relax. We'll be just doing WSC format. Okay.
Yeah, love you.
WSC format with POI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean, ready when you are.
Oh.
Go a little bit louder, Sean.
Huh? What
Louder.
am I supposed to do? I thought I'm just like counting a time or something.
Host,
No,
host.
no, no. You are hosting also. So let us welcome the first speaker.
Oh, okay. So who's
Yeah,
the first speaker then?
Thanks, Sean.
So who's the first speaker then?
What's your issue?
Who's the first speaker then?
It doesn't matter. You just say,
Okay.
let us welcome the affirmative first speaker.
Okay. Okay. Very good night to everybody, and welcome to this debate. And now,
Everyone goes to sleep already.
yeah, okay. And now we
Evening.
will.
Good. Yeah. We would like to
Now
invite.
we would like to invite the first speaker from the affirmative team to speak. Ready when you are.
I have nothing to speak of. I didn't even make research.
Okay, sure, why not? So I'll start in 3, 2, and 1. A very good evening to the honorable. Wait, it's not evening. Whatever. Evening to the honorable educators, members of the floor, and also my worthy side opposition today. I, as the Prime Minister from side government, strongly believes that human cloning should be legalized. First, I am the Prime Minister, and I'll be giving out definition of our first and second points, and secondly, my Deputy Prime Minister Siddharthan will be giving out rebuttals and giving out the third substantive to support today's motion. And lastly, our government whip Brian will refute all the points brought up by side opposition and will be restating all the points given by our side today. So first of all, because before I start, I would like to define a few words. First of all, being human cloning. We would like to define human cloning as the deliberate production of identical individuals that is that's it. And we would like to define legalized as to make something that is previously illegal permissible by the law. So now into our team's case. So over the course of the year, humans, we have advanced scientifically. We now have a lot of advanced technology, and one of them being the ability and the technology to clone. Like for example, in 1997, we have already cloned the first ship called Dory, and there's animal cloning, pet cloning services available in advanced countries such as Japan, and it is being utilized right now. So we believe that if we were to bring this technology back to human, it would benefit us a lot, despite all of the moral issue that we would run into. So the criteria that we should prove today is that the benefits from human cloning is much more is larger to the moral issue that we are facing. So yeah, into my first point, which is that this point is so shitty, I don't even want to talk about it. Into my first substantive, which is that human cloning help infertile and same-sex couple? So, ladies and gentlemen, we know that in this world, not everyone has the ability to have a baby. Not everyone has the ability to be pregnant. So, especially in this modern society, we have a lot of same-sex couple. We have a lot of single mothers, and yeah, if they want to,
POI,
yes, sir.
adoption.
Let's just ignore all of the orphans right now, okay? So yeah, my paper is blank, so yeah, let me goreng sia. Hey, where's my thing? This technology would enable us would save some countries that has dropping population, like for example countries like advanced country like Germany or Japan. So it would largely help these countries that have dropping population rate, and it would also help infertile couples and others individuals if they want to have a baby. Yeah, exactly. It would also help us in secondly into my second substantive is that it is a catalyst to technological acceleration. If we were to allow this technology, it means that a lot more technology would be allowed, and we will have much more freedom towards exploring scientific technologies. So we believe that this technology would help us not just in an individual perspective, but also from the side of science as well. So yeah, that's our point for today. To end my speech today, I strongly urge the members of the floor to stand with us, side government, in to believing that human cloning should be legalized. Although I do not sound that convincing, but please do stand with us because I look prettier. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Prime Minister from the government side. Next, I would like to invite the leader of the opposition team to deliver his or her speech.
Prime Minister, there's a question. There's a POI addressed to you.
Yeah, apa?
So, surrogacy is better than human cloning.
What?
Surrogacy is like you ask other people to be pregnant for you.
Oh,
No,
I know.
surrogacy is
Shit.
immoral, okay? Surrogacy, you are basically hurting, you are making the mother into a baby maker. They are forced to be pregnant, they are forced to be making babies every 10 months. It is bad for their body, and it is not moral for the woman, okay? Think about the
POI,
woman.
are you against all types of human pregnancy?
No, we are not against human pregnancy. We are against surrogacy. Why? Because surrogacy is bad. Think about it. A woman has to produce baby every time she is possible to do so. Why? Just to meet the demand of the fucking society. And look at the news before the woman celebrity in the female celebrity in China. Yeah, look at the case. What she's called? Zheng Shuang, I think. Yeah. She abandoned 2 kids because they are not good because her parents don't want it.
cannot stop. Okay, thank you. Like, go on first, Sean.
Okay, thank you, Prime Minister from the government side. Next,
welcome.
I would like to invite the leader of the opposition team to deliver his or her speech. Thank you. Thank you. Please start.
Okay, drink water first. Okay. Very good evening to all the members here, and thank you, the host. I am the first speaker of the opposition team, and my team strongly disagrees with today's motion, which is that human cloning should be legalized. First of all, I'll give the definition of a human cloning. A human cloning is the creation of a genetically identical copy or clone of something that already exists. Now, first, I would like to start off with my rebuttals of what the first speaker of the government team had stated about helping infertile couples who are of the same sex. Adoption. Like I said, adoption exists. There are tons of unwanted kids. Why would you want to take a male cell and a male cell, combine it? That can never happen to begin with. It is not biologically capable. Yes. Okay, this has something to do with human relationship and quality, which will be one of my points later on. So okay, if that's said, I'll get into my first point, which is what was it again? Oh yeah, medical danger. Medical danger. These kids or things are medically and how to say, biologically made. They're not actually to the human natural process of giving birth to babies. Yeah. And based on information gained from previous cloning experiments, cloned mammals die younger and suffer prematurely from diseases such as arthritis. Mm-hmm. And also clone no, pardon?
Arthritis.
Arthritis. Okay, clone animals also, eh, oh, also have a higher risk of developing genetic defects and being born deformed or with a disease. Note this, clone animals also have a higher risk of developing genetic defects and being born deformed or with a disease. Your child is going to have deformation, Legion. Studies on cloned mice have also shown that they die prematurely from damaged livers, tumors, or pneumonia. And on to my second point, which is human relationship and quality. Here's an example. Your child may have been kidnapped or killed, but you might have taken a sample, a blood sample or something. Now, what if you made that blood sample into, you clone it into your own child? Will you treat that child the same as your previous born child? Will you take care of it like equally, or will you treat it as an object? Yes. Yes. That is why my team strongly disagrees with today's topic, which is that human cloning should be legalized. Thank you.
All right, thank you, thank you, the leader of the opposition team. And next, let's welcome the Deputy Prime Minister to
How long
the
did he speak? How long did he speak?
I will type it later. Type later.
Okay.
Next, I would like to invite the Deputy Prime Minister to deliver his or her speech. Ready when you are.
Good Chairperson, and a very good evening to my honorable judges, members of the floor, and of course, members of the opponents. So, as the Deputy Prime Minister of the opposition team, I will be rebutting some of the negative points and giving out the team's plus points. Substantive. So let me move on to my rebuttals. I am going to rebut the point that negative team stated that um, adoption is another choice. And he also said that when people want another baby by human cloning, they treat it as an object. They treat it as same as their personal child. So first of all, adopting is an option. Not everyone is suitable to that very option. As what my first speakers already mentioned, they don't feel a sense of connection with maybe the adopted child. So that's why they want a child which is maybe genetically, maybe having the same genetics with them. Maybe they feel like that. They feel a sense of connection. Maybe they look like them. They look like their parents. They feel better. Okay, this is my child. I look at this child. Okay, I see me inside him. I feel maybe a sense of secure and sense of connection. So adoption is just a choice, and not everyone goes to adoption. That's why we have to give people more choices. And next off is when the parents have already decided to have a child, they are going to treat that even though it's human clone, it is still a child. So as a human person, let me move on to my case. So imagine by human cloning, we can have an Albert Einstein, a Stephen Hawking, and even a Harper Avery, and also many people who achieve in various fields, like in scientific fields, or either medicine, or either physics. So we can have great people coming back and helping us solve, maybe curing some of the disease that can't be cured, solving problems, solving maybe some problems based scientific problems. Yeah, which can like how Albert Einstein created a lot of theories like uh, the the relativity theory and lots of theory that helps modern physics right now. So we can have great future, great minds like that coming back and help us with our modern world to face some of the issues we're having right now. Like imagine people like Harper Avery who achieved a great achievement in medicine, and he now has a foundation like billion-dollar worth foundation, which really helps a lot of people. We can have maybe even Mother Teresa, another Mother Teresa coming back, helping even more people, like people in Middle East, in third world war countries who needs help. So we can have great people like this coming
Right.
back by human cloning. Yes. So,
You want
yeah.
to
Time,
let's
3 minutes.
say we like someone who's famous like Mother Teresa, but Mother Teresa is known for personality, for kindness. Can you instill that in the clone?
Yes. Yes, you mentioned you're genetically creating an identical person, identical person from the previous. We're gonna take so when we clone someone, they're gonna be identical. Their behavior, their thinking, maybe, yeah. So yeah, take it. So from that, I will end my speech. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Hi, can I try my BOI? I don't know. I'm
Yes, accepted.
hello.
Yes, yes, yes. You can say your POI.
Is it stable? Human cloning, is it stable? The technology. Hello.
Siddharthan? Where's the fella? Okay, seems like he is not here. I would say that in the general sense, there is no research saying that human cloning is safe or not safe.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm the affirmative, I would say there is no evidence. That is why we need to learn more.
There's no evidence it is unsafe.
Yeah, there's no evidence that it is unsafe. There's no evidence that it is safe. That's why we actually need to learn more about this by legalizing it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Deputy Prime Minister from the government side. And now I would like to invite the Deputy Leader of the Opposition team to deliver his or her speech. Ready when you are.
Hi. Uh, a very good evening to my honorable adjudicators, members of the floor, and my worthy government team. I am the deputy leader, and we strongly oppose to the notion that human cloning should be legalized. First of all, I want to rebut the government. The deputy leader is deputy leader. Shit. The second speaker of the government team when saying that there's no evidence to whether cloning is safe or unsafe. When in when actually there is a study from UC Davis that has actually said that clones related to cows have actually shown more failures than uh, success. So um, on that point, I would like to
Right,
start my start my points, which is
right,
um,
please.
yeah.
That is exactly why we want to legalize because we want to have the chance for human cloning to succeed. Like just like how the light bulbs are created, we failed 1,000 times. But one time, success, to succeed. So that is why we need to legalize it in order to succeed. Scientific research takes time. Thank you very much.
Um, thank you for the POI. I would like to say um, I will leave that for my third speaker to but the statement. I would like to go on with my first point, which is about the the person's identity, which I guess is identity crisis. Since we will since we've already established that when we are cloning something, the clone is 100% identical. It has the same DNA structure, is exactly the same as the person who you've taken the DNA from. They're exactly the same, and it boils down to fingerprints. So, as we all probably know, we are really at this point, say day and age, we are really technologically advanced. We are technologically connected. The government team has even confirmed this statement. We are technologically advanced, and a lot of things uh re- require identifications, like fingerprints. Like when you go to like votes, you use fingerprints to stamp the votings. um since the clones are 100% identical to the person, do they consider are they considered a copy of the human, or are they considered a separate entity, a separate being? Like if I pass away,
Finish.
if I pass away and my parents go like, hey, let's just make another clone myself, I would not like that, because the clone is not me. She just looks like me. I would I and the government team has said that you can instill personalities into someone that's 100% identical. That is completely false, I say, because when you clone someone, you do not it's not like you copy and paste something. They don't have the muscle memory. They don't have like your same hobbies and like distaste of things. They are literally a baby that looks like you, that is structurally the same as you. Mentally they're not the same. If I am a book person, I will be learned to the book, but if the clone is like exposed to sports more, they will be a sports person. Does that mean that clone is separate, is me?
For
I
me,
that's that's how I like to conclude my statement, because if cloning really is really legalized, and we do it at such a large scale that there's a big population of it, would there be a issue of identity crisis? People with identity crises is that they feel like they want to be a separate being, but they are society conforms them to the fact that they are just a copy of someone else. And that's a really big problem. That's why we as the opposition team uh strongly opposed to the fact that strongly opposed to the notion that we should legalize human cloning. And I rest my case. Thank you.
all right. Thank you for the deputy of leader of the opposition. Thank you for your speech. Now we would like to invite the member of the government to deliver his or her speech. Ready when you are.
Is that
Or is
me?
it?
Uh, okay, I'll just continue. Okay. Good evening to and the judges and my worthy opponents. I'm the government whip, and we as the government team strongly agrees with today's motion. And now I will be moving on to the rebuttals first, and then I will later be concluding my team's points. Okay, the opposition team has stated that like the cloning has been carried out in other mammals, and like the results have shown in medical diseases, and they die younger and they are deformed. And to this I say that this is exactly why we should legalize it, so we can carry out more experiments. Like we haven't done much experiments in human cloning, so there are a lot of uncertainties. And so if it is if it is legalized, more experiments can be carried out, and to the point where it is safe, and by that
POI,
time accepted.
would you acknowledge that these experiments comes with a certain moral, social, and ethical cost? Would you acknowledge that these
Yes.
experiments would come at a cost, a certain moral and social cost?
Yeah, so that is why we will be having rules, I guess. Yeah, rules that like we will like once we have this cloning technology, it doesn't mean that everyone have access to do it. You must have a certain status or money, I guess. Yes, uh they also the opposition team, okay, moving on, the opposition team also stated that if we have like a clone baby, like will we treat it as an object, and you treat it like an object. This is not the fault of the technology, because you already have the mindset, the wrong mindset. Like you have the wrong mindset that you think it's okay to treat another real human like that. So it doesn't. So if you will treat a clone baby like that, it means that you might also treat your previous child or adopted child like this too. So you can't blame it on the technology. And they also stated that clones related to cows have shown more failure, and to that, like I've stated before, we haven't even do much experiment yet, so it should definitely be legalized. And they and lastly, they stated that the identity is exactly the same, and maybe we'll have an identity crisis. And so we as the government will set like strict rules and regulations that not every single person can have access to this cloning technology. Like not like maybe drug dealers or whatever can have. Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you can have access to this technology. You must yes, okay. Moving on to, okay, now I will summarize my team's point. My team's first speaker stated that if a person wants a baby but they cannot make it, so they can choose human cloning. And my team's second point stated about something about Mother Teresa. And with that, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, member of the government. Thank you to the member of government for his speech. And next, I would like to invite the member of the opposition team to deliver his or her speech. Ready when you are. Hello.
Hi. Good evening. I think I'm clear. So I'll be starting in 3, 2, and 1. Very good evening to everyone. And I'm the third speaker from the negative thing, which team, which we disagree with today's motion, which is human cloning should be legalized. Now I'll be giving out some rebuttals and also be giving out and stating our team's case. First, I'll be rebutting the third speaker of the opposition team, saying that we can legalize and have limits to. They want to have the whole team, the whole opposition team have been saying that we want to legalize the cloning because they need to have experiments and also other things to know more about this cloning because there's too many uncertainties. But according to the research that our team has done, there are already a lot of mammals, like my first speaker said, that there's a lot of mammals dying because of experimenting. And why is it illegal? Because that they don't want any more white rats to do the experiment like this. And also I'll be carrying on to rebutting the second speaker. I guess because I remember that their team said something like, you can clone someone's personality, for example, Mother Teresa and stuff, but everything can change. Although I clone myself, for example, I clone a new me today, and if I was born like liking men stuff more, maybe the clone me would like something more feminized to because of the surroundings and other things. And I'll be giving on like my second speaker has said that it's just a new baby with the same face. And another thing is that and I'll be moving on to concluding our team's case. Opposition said that there will not be people to have the ability to be pregnant or have the chance to be pregnant because of they are lacking some organs or maybe they have diseases. And the affirmative side also stated that they can have all types of sickness and they can be safe because of technology. And also I'll be stating out our team's case, which is they will be because we can our team stated that cloning something is that we can have 100% the same DNA, same fingerprints, and there will be many things and uncertainties about what's the word already? Have things like a crisis about people meeting the same you or something. If you have a lost baby and you'll be like, hey, where's my baby? And you clone a baby, and afterward, when it grow up, then you'll see that, hey, why I saw someone same on the street? And it will be weird because there are a lot of people having the same faces on maybe later on. So with this, our team strongly disagrees with today's motion, which is we shouldn't be legalizing human cloning. With this, I end my case. Thank you.
Thank you to both sides from the. Thank you both sides. Thank you both sides for their speech. And now, is it? Are we ending this now, or are there more speakers?
No
Open to
reply.
members of the floor for POI.
Yep. Jackson, waiting for POI. Shivan, waiting for POI. Anyone else on POI?
Let's start with Jackson. Hi, Jackson. Jackson.
I think he's there.
Hello. You gave me that.
No,
Hello.
I am here.
Hi, here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name is here. I'm 15 and I'm single and available.
Mr. Here, can you let us know what you think of the whole thing and what are the conflicts or the clashes that you can find?
Well, first off, because yes, and scratch that. First off, I think it is a very good debate. Hands to you guys. Clap, thank you guys. Good debate for the government team and the opposition team. I must say so myself.
What the hell?
Okay, now.
Legit lah, jangan lah ini. Yeah, people can smell your bullshit from 1 mile away.
What you mean I'm fake?
You
Okay,
are.
I like it when Siddhartha strengthened Yijun's point.
What? Can you give something constructive? Like no, like for real, Jackson. What do you think of this whole debate? Like, I'm not asking about their performance or whatever. I'm talking about the topic. How do you find the topic? You agree with government? Do you agree with the opposition? And why? Like clarify.
Give us your opinion. Just give us your opinion. Don't need to drag for time anymore.
Okay, my opinion is that I would say the government side is quite hard lah because of the morale wall thingy magic. Because like, or if I clone someone, is it good or is it bad? Do they need to think about the moral side of things? So I think this topic is quite challenging for the government side. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very legit. I guess that's very legit. Jin Yong. Hi, Jin Yong.
Hi.
What do you think of the whole topic?
Human cloning. I got heard that before. Just clone the people who clone compared to original, the clone one will die more faster. Don't know.
True. There is actually research saying that, but we haven't actually succeeded in cloning a human being. So, for other clones, like they do face like more health complications. Okay, Hao Yan, hi.
Hello.
What do you think of this?
I think it is a huge social ethics issue and also have a lot of products. Like if I clone myself, and I kill that clone of me. So what is the answer? Like if I suicide, it is a suicide or just or just another answer?
I think people are very confused with the identity think of this cloning technology.
Yeah.
People are very confused.
Like if I clone a clone of myself, will he be
Me?
Does he own? Does he own my stuff?
Like grandpa paradox. Like if you went back the time, you kill your grandfather. Like how you were born. Like if you kill your grandfather, that's not answer. It's just a paradox. It's same to the human cloning. Like if you clone yourself and also kill that clone of you, is you kill yourself or suicide or other answers? It's paradox.
That's a very interesting take on the topic. All right.
I have a lot of interesting take on the topic, but is Yichun, are you still streaming?
Jared,
okay, then.
hold on to your thought. Lai Hui Ho, hi, good evening.
Then I'll hold on to my thought first.
You hold. Yes, Hui Ho. So, this is a very new and interesting topic. So, what do you think of this whole thing? Yeah, Hui Ho. Can you unmute yourself? Is Hui Ho here? Okay, she unmuted herself. But
I will figure out how to use Discord.
can you try to take off your headset or plug in a headset? Hello, can you hear us?
We still cannot hear you.
Okay, you muted yourself again. Should we wait? Or maybe...
We'll go back to you later, okay?
Okay. Hi, Ginger.
She's typing something.
Okay, can. Hui Ho, maybe you can type your thoughts for us as well, and then we read it out for you, yeah? Hi, Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Can you hear us? Oh, wait, he's gone. I think he doesn't know how to use it, maybe. Hi, Chiwon.
Hi.
What do you think of this whole topic? About
I
cloning
don't
and animals?
agree with this topic. I think that it is okay to clone animals or plants, vegetables, because it may have more nutrient. But I think that it is not suitable to clone people, because if you can brought back someone to your life, then people will not learn to cherish people occur in their life. They will just think that, oh, if someone died, then just clone the same one, and people will not cherish the moment or what. They will just think that someone will not die.
Why do you think it's like animal cloning and human cloning are so different?
I not animal. I might say food. Animal to eat
like chicken
cow, chicken
like my
because
Belinda lah. Okay.
if we can make animal chicken cow which is more which is more nutritious choose the good genetics and clone the food which is nutritious
Okay, I think these are interesting. Yeah, an interesting take. Jared asked a very interesting question as well. And this makes me think like whether or not, like for real, like human cloning and animal cloning, is it that different? But I like the point you talk about, like cherishing one another. Yeah, that's legit. Hi, Tia Tia.
Hi.
Yes,
First
being
of
a
all,
science student. Yes, go on.
I think this is a good biology society creation. Society creation for biology. And first of all, we need to think that the clone people also need to eat, also need to respiration or what. Then how about the resources of Earth? Is it enough? That's not enough for now. The resources of Earth is limited. And how about the emotion of the clone people? What is the main purpose of cloning people? Is it for the organs? Then how about the clone people got their own emotion? They know that they would die for they will die because of the people, the real people want to use their organ. But I think this clone people also got benefit. It can help us to reduce the human trafficking because of the organ or what. I think lah. That's all from me.
That's an interesting take as well. So Teta is saying that cloning may not be that bad. We can decrease other crimes. So to sum it up, Sean, what do you think of the whole topic, Sean?
Chairman,
To be honest, kind of there's a side of me that agree with this topic and another side that disagree with this topic.
That's what makes a debate great.
Yeah. But to be honest, I think I'm most likely on the disagree. I'm most likely on the opposition side on this topic. I'm most likely disagree because the only reason for me to agree to this topic is kind of dark. Is that dogs. Because we clone everything, so we could like earn money for black market. Yeah, but that's not a good reason to agree to this. So I'm actually so I'm actually disagreeing to this topic because as you already speak, morals and something, and by cloning, if what happens is like somebody actually fall into real deep state of despair and they're like, you know what, kid, then I will just die and just let the other bee to continue his life. I don't want to live in this life anymore. So that's kind of like yeah, that makes people like have a think higher, like gives them it gives them a mindset to like, you know what, actually I could still like live on my life without living it. Like I could just end my current life and let another me to continue my life. So like escaping from reality by suicide thingy. So yeah, I actually disagree with this. Okay. Hey.
Is it my turn?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I would say that looking at Huiho's points, right? She's saying that human cloning is a horrible thing because it goes against the natural ecology. If clone human is substituted, it looks like only like I think it looks like someone. Like it looks like someone, but it may not be someone. Okay. Before Jared go on with his atom bomb. before Jared goes on with his atom bomb, I would like to specifically congratulate Brian because his speech actually sort of like he tried his best to actually rebut, like legit rebut, and it can help you a little bit more if you were to build on with your thing to do with because of that we want to legalize and only with I would because previously we had a topic like that. Brian, you can build on something like that, your argument only by legalizing it can we regulate it. If you don't legalize it, you cannot regulate, you cannot control because it's not in the rules. And then if you cannot control, things might happen in the dark market or like things might happen underground you wouldn't know. So that could be another take on the topic. So I would say it's not easy for the affirmative team to take on this topic. I would, in the spirit of debate, I would try to argue that, like, I think Yijun covers pretty much everything already. It's just that he is not confident in his speech. There are actually 3 types of cloning if you guys were to look into it. Type number 1, you can clone mana tua. Okay. Type number 1, you can do gene cloning. Then type number 2, you can do reproductive cloning and therapeutic cloning. Right. Gene cloning is the one that most people are like sort of okay with it. Yeah, it's sort of regulated because it is used in a lot of labs actually. Reproductive cloning is like more of a creating a new human being. That's what we are mainly arguing. And we have also therapeutic cloning, like we can clone like what is it? Potential of treating humans suffering from diseases, like help treat disease and things like that. I think one of it is gene cloning is the one whereby it's sort of like used in a lot of places. So I would say that.
So gene cloning is individual genes.
Yeah.
Therapeutic is
Yeah.
making embryos to make the stem cell.
Yep.
Then reproductive is making the whole human, right?
Yeah. Something like
Okay,
that.
okay.
So like if we have like all these things put together, right? I would say we legalize it, and then we set like very strict rules. And of course, one other thing that a lot of you guys brought up is that will that clone be me? Well, technically, if you were to do a little bit more reading, the clones will not be exactly like you. The clones may not have the same liking at you. Hell, the clones may not even look like you. A lot of the upbringing of the clone will determine its character. The upbringing of the clone will determine its appearance, whatever, whatnot. Evolution. So when you say that, if I kill the clone, am I killing myself? No, technically, you're killing another human being. So this is the thing that I found out, and I thought it's interesting to bring to the table. People are afraid of cloning because they think they consider of the moral and ethical consequences, which is legit. However, I think these concerns aside, we should actually look at the benefits of cloning and actually look at the research and development part rather than just denying its use, because cloning actually happens in like the natural world. We have bacteria who are able to clone themselves. We have plants who are able to clone themselves.
Our
So
genes also clone themselves.
technically, yeah. So why are we so against the idea that it's not natural? It is natural. Okay, so I'm done with my speech. I'm just saying that in the spirit of being the affirmative, there are still certain things you can say. Yijun has pretty much covered it all. Siddharthan tried his best to rebut, and he rebutted pretty well as well. And Brian followed through. And as for the other team, Nick gave very good POIs. He gave very good POIs, and it's all on point. I see that Joey Wong, she relate like real life experience. Like, what if I'm a clone? Yeah.
She also
So
asked very important questions.
yeah, she also asked very important questions. Joey, you are getting there. Compared to your first day, this is considered a really
Sorry.
yeah, it's a pretty good job actually. Jojo, actually compared to first day, I am a little bit shocked that you're a third speaker, and I see that you can be a third speaker. With more work, I am very sure you'll be better. Yeah. Okay, done.
Like to ask the government team, like when we are talking about therapeutic cloning and reproductive cloning you all, I don't think you've actually knew about these three types of cloning, and you end up only talking about reproductive cloning. Can you tell me what's the biggest difference between reproductive cloning and therapeutic cloning? What is the biggest difference?
The biggest difference is what is not a full human body and what is just a
What is it lacking? What is it lacking?
Sentience, I think.
Yep, sentience, consciousness. The embryo is not they do not have feelings, they do not have emotions, they cannot feel anything, they do not have they are they're not capable of sentience. Right? A lot of people they may agree with gene cloning. Some, like I would say, like most people will agree with gene cloning. Some will agree with therapeutic cloning. Very few will agree with reproductive cloning. Would anyone dispute that? I think that's how I feel about this. I am perfectly fine with gene cloning. I'm somewhat okay with therapeutic cloning, but I have a very deep moral concerns about reproductive cloning, because we are producing another sentient being, right? So that is my main concern. The other person would be a completely different individual with their own feelings, with their own thoughts, with their own dignity. Okay, like what Wendy shared. And is it appropriate for us to do something like that? Are we playing God? Then that is what I think is missing from the affirmative team. If you
playing,
huh?
think we're already playing God. Like when there's medicine, we already broke the nature of law. Medicine is like the one thing we already broke it. We already playing God. I mean, like I don't want to phrase it as playing God, but it's like innovation is a good thing, right? Like medicine saves lives.
I understand, but like you, people use that to justify a lot of horrible things they did all over the world. They did like Nazis. They used to experiment on like prisoners of war because they said it was for the advancement of science.
Yeah.
But like if you approve this human cloning and reproductive cloning, it will cause a lot of suffering. People who are humans, they are becoming like guinea pigs. They basically become guinea pigs. You are wagering whether they will survive, whether their health will be compromised, and things like
I
that.
mean, to be honest, like if we were to legalize this thing, it will be something like a clinical trial where you need to have like a patient consent, you need to give like daily reports on your research, and you have to give statistics of your research and your development, and then the authority will do checks on the research whether if it's okay to continue. I mean, like something like that. It will be regulated if we were to legalize this thing.
Even if it's
There's
regulated,
also chance of misuse.
there are chances of misuse even if it's regulated. And what is the cause of like abuse? What is the like? It's not like they abuse if they abuse this regulation, if they break this regulation and this ethics, people will suffer. They are human beings. They are not just experiments.
Yeah, I think it boils down
Like
to
if
how.
like the cost of making a mistake is very very big, you know. I would say that, but for me, I would, if I'm the affirmative team, I would state out clearly what are different types of cloning. I think because you guys didn't really found this information, so you did not use it in your. Did you find this
We
information?
found it,
Yeah, I
but
did.
I thought we were about human cloning, so
Yeah.
specifics as
You guys need to say out because like what I said. Yeah, you didn't tell why didn't Siddhartha, why didn't tell Yijun?
I think that it would benefit the thing, but like it's once again it's the problem to do with how can we say that we support this but we don't support this too. I thought
but
Jared, your way of doing is always
no,
redneck one. It's either
no,
all we
no,
want
no,
all
no.
or
You
we
see,
don't want all.
like how you are approaching the topic is like you're saying like reproductive cloning only. Then a lot of people will say, oh, then
you're supposed to say like
we'll say, oh, everything we reject reproductive cloning because it's very easy to reject reproductive cloning. But if you are talking about therapeutic cloning, talk about the benefits, how it will help human life, how will it help to end human suffering, those kind of things, without all those drawbacks to it, people will maybe say, oh, I support this, but I don't support this. But how you are angling your arguments is saying, oh, this whole thing is too extreme, I don't want to support all of this. It's not like you're not leaving yourself some space, to retreat, You understand where I'm going? Yijun, if you differentiate between like therapeutic cloning and reproductive cloning, people can say, oh, okay, I guess I can support therapeutic cloning. But now I need to move the next step to like reproductive cloning. Then like you convince people of therapeutic cloning, then it's easier to convince them maybe some reproductive cloning with regulation and things like that can also be acceptable. You need to tell them about the nuances of this whole topic. If like you just talk about reproductive cloning, it's like then they will give you, then the negative will talk about, oh, this one, are they people, I don't remember people, but they are not. Then the opposition, they do not need to oppose therapeutic cloning, because you did not bring it up, You did not need to challenge. They were not challenged on this. They were not challenged that you did not talk about. Like POI them. Should therapeutic cloning be not? Should it not be legal also? Then you are putting the negative team on a spot. Okay? If I say if I say therapeutic cloning should be legalized, then I cannot say should be legalized. The negative cannot say it should be legalized. So they have to also be opposed to therapeutic cloning also.
But the thing is, like, 他们会讲 it's irrelevant 的 topic 啊，因为我
No,
们讲
it is
human
relevant. It
cloning
is still relevant. It is still human cloning. Because we are not talking about reproductive cloning only.
They're saying that even though therapeutic is also from human, so basically it's still human cloning.
It is still human cloning. We are still using humans to make genes, basically. It's just that the thing that we produce, it's just that the thing we produce is not sentient only. That's the only difference. Okay, so because you guys are constantly being attacked, so you need to use this to attack them. Okay, even though a lot of people do not agree with therapeutic cloning, they have their own objections against. But I would say that it's more easily acceptable lah. It's more convincing thing to say to people, to try to bring to people to the other side. And you can attack this. Hey, you are against reproductive cloning, okay? But are you also against therapeutic cloning? If so, why? Because it's so good. There's so many benefits to it. I would say it makes your job easier. Even if, but you still need to prove the whole thing that all cloning should be legalized. Your job still doesn't change, but it makes going there easier, reaching there easier. Okay, and one more thing is we are talking about sentience of therapeutic reproductive cloning. I forgot already, and then never mind. I cannot remember.
Okay, so I guess that sums up today's discussion. Yeah, and I'm really glad that like everyone actually put some thought into it, like think about cloning. But understand that like whenever we
I remember. Sorry, Wendy.
Go on.
Yeah, what Brian was talking about, setting the rules and regulation, is called ethics. Like there are ethic boards on what like doctors are allowed to do. So we probably can set up an ethics board on like what kind of cloning we can do. Like medical ethics. So like we can also set out like an ethics board of like what's allowed, what's not allowed, what is going too far, what is okay within the law, things like that.
For real, like not trying to toot his horn, Brian's like all of his rebuttals are actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're quite on point actually.
Yeah, they're actually quite on point.
But he should have some of the ideas he could have shared earlier. But every time he needs to listen to other people, then he only got the idea.
Yeah, and I would say that he can build on it lah. Like the foundation is already there. Like give it a little bit more oomph, a little bit more push. Like give it some like some explanation or whatever like behind it. Then definitely you go far. And we have the new Osa.
Hola,
Hola, mi amigo.
I'm here to watch.
And we are gonna end today. Thank you so
For
much for
fuck's
coming,
sake.
everyone.
It's actually done though.
Bye bye.
Let's go early.
You mean already?
Okay. So I would like to conclude by saying that I really do see a lot of improvements on you like from the first day until now, and it's a shame if you don't get to showcase your talent because we see your improvements. We see how good you guys can go, and it is a waste if you have the talent and you don't showcase it. So please get back to us as soon as you can on whether or not you can join or you cannot join. And of course, the opportunity is yours. It's up for you yourself to grab. We are but strongly encouraging it. Like I would say that sometimes, like when we're dealing with competitions and whatnot, especially a competition this near, for sure we'll be scared. For sure we'll be afraid. And of course, we have the logistics. Like for example, maybe you have some appointment or whatever, like prior engagement. Yes, but at the end of the day, it really depends on what you want to experience in your secondary school life. Of course, you can always play it safe. You can always reject everything. But by you guys being here at 10:30 at night, it shows that you have some sort of commitment. It shows that there's something here that you want, you seek, you need, and you find solace in. And I hope that you can maybe build on that, and just try something new, and you never know where it'll lead you.
Okay. Wendy, done?
Done.
Good
Yijun, you
things
want to stop
tomorrow we're
streaming?
meeting.
Yijun, you want to stop streaming? Thanks, Yijun.
Tomorrow we're
Okay,
meeting.
wait, hold on. Say bye-bye first, and then don't move. Say bye-bye to the stream. Bye, everyone. Bye,
Bye,
stream.
everyone.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Adios.
Bye. Thanks for
Bye.
watching.
Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please subscribe us.